Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Hall. Today we're going to learn about the life cycle of a frog. To do that, we're going to need some non-fiction stories, such as this story, even this story, and this one. These are non-fiction stories, and that means that they will include a table of contents, a glossary of some new vocabulary words, and even real pictures or diagrams in the text. So listen today and look for those text features of a nonfiction story for the life cycle of a frog. Frog. Here's our table of contents. That tells me that it is a nonfiction story. Will give us information. What is a life cycle? All animals, plants, and humans go through different stages of their life as they grow and change. This is called a life cycle. So just like you were a baby, and now you're a child, and then you will grow to be an adult. What is a frog? A frog is an amphibian. Amphibians are animals that can live in water and on land. Eggs. A female frog lays her eggs in fresh water, usually in a pond or a river. A frog's eggs are called frog spawn. Frog spawn. Each egg has a tiny black dot inside it that is covered in a special kind of jelly. The jelly makes the eggs stick together in a big group in the water to keep them safe from predators. So the first stage in the life cycle is the frog spawn. It is the group of eggs. Tadpoles. The tiny dots inside the eggs grow bigger, and after around 2 weeks, the frog spawn hatches. A tadpole comes out of each egg by wriggling out of the jelly with its tail. Here's the egg, here's the tadpole. Tadpoles have very long tails that help them to swim quickly underwater. They also have gills that they use to breathe under the water, just like fish. So there's the gills and the tail. Also in nonfiction stories, a lot of the diagrams are even labeled in the pictures. So the next stage is the tadpole. Growing tadpoles. Tadpoles eat very small plants called algae for food. Ponds usually look green because of the green algae that grows in them. Tadpoles need lots of food to grow big and strong. They continue to eat the algae around them for around 5 weeks before the next stage of their life cycle begins. Here is the tadpole with emerging legs. As it grows, it gets 2 back legs. Changing tadpoles. As the tadpole grows bigger, its body starts to change. Its tail becomes shorter and it grows 4 legs. 2 at the back and 2 at the front of its body. Here's the back legs and its front legs. The tadpole starts to grow lungs and comes up to the top of the water to breathe air. The tadpole has changed into a froglet. So the next stage in the life cycle is a froglet when they have all 4 legs. That tail is mostly gone at that stage as well. Frogs. The froglet can now live in water and on land. If an animal can do both, It is said to be amphibious. That's why they are amphibians. The froglet continues growing until it becomes a fully grown adult frog. There's the adult frog. And that is the last stage, which is the adult frog. And then the adult frog lays more eggs as the life cycle continues to go around. Fantastic frogs. This one is the poison dart frog, and this one over here is a glass frog. Looking for food. Frogs can look in water and on land for their food. They mostly eat insects and sometimes even other frogs. Frogs catch their food using their long tongues. The tips of their tongues are very sticky. This stops their food from getting away. Catch that insect. Frogs do not need water because they get that through their skin. So the life cycle of a frog goes around the stages. So again, that life cycle first starts off with the frog spawn eggs. Lots of them. Then the eggs hatch and turn into a tadpole. Then the tadpole starts growing and emerging some legs in the back. It grows even more and pretty soon turns into a froglet, which then has 4 legs and the tail of the tadpole is gone. It grows even more and turns into an adult frog. And the adult frog can go on land and water. The adult frog will then, in the springtime, lay eggs again, and the life cycle will continue. So, let's get exploring. Ask an adult if you can visit your nearest park in the springtime. Can you see any frog spawn? What other animals can you see? And then our last page also has a glossary of new vocabulary words that we learned, like the froglet, hatches, predators, and even a tadpole, the baby frog. And also has an index to tell us what pages to go to. I hope that you guys are able to get to a park or something nearby you while you are at home and look for frogs as well and continue to read information about frogs and the life cycle of a frog. Have a great day. Miss you.